Okay, good. Okay. So everyone, we are ready to start. Would love to see your faces if possible. And okay, let me begin by saying a few words about Dr. Anita. So, dear participants and eager learners, I extend a warm welcome to each of you to this orientation session for our upcoming 16-week Sanskrit course. Allow me to introduce to you our esteemed Sanskrit teacher, Dr. Anita Kusal, graduating with a distinction as a A-level student at Cambridge University in 2019. Dr. Anita has since become a facilitator of Sanskrit grammar classes. Beyond her linguistic endeavors, Dr. Anita is a shining example of service and dedication. Alongside her profession as a dentist, where she works in partnership with her husband, Dr. Anita is deeply involved in volunteer work with the Art of Living Foundation for the past 27 years. Furthermore, Dr. Anita is both a graduate and current student of Kathak, an Indian classical dance form, as well as a keen student of vocal classical music. With Dr. Anita Kusal leading our Sanskrit course, each of you will not only gain linguistic proficiency, but also cultivate wisdom, compassion, and a deeper understanding of the rich cultural heritage embodied in the Sanskrit language. Without further ado, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Anita Kusal.
Hello and namaste, everyone. Swagatam means a really special welcome to you. Thank you, Krina, for that most elaborate introduction. I must inspire you about Krina herself. Krina she's got an architecture background for high-end residential stuff. She was originally from Romania and now she's in the US for the last 25 years. She's got a double master's in historical preservation from France and two beautiful children. But the most amazing thing about Krina is that she studies Sanskrit. She has lessons 7 times a week. We meet once a week, but she fills every gap with Sanskrit. She's so passionate about Sanskrit. So over to you, Krina.
Thank you, Anita. You indeed capture my passion for Sanskrit. Okay, so right now I would like to briefly introduce you to our team. First, so we have, of course, Dr. Anita. We have Marina, who is with us in the call. We have Priyan as well present here. We have Paresh. I will have to double check. Liata and Shriyanimala. So we are one teacher and 2 or 6, let's say, co-teachers and students. So now I would invite Marina and Priyan to speak, briefly about them, to introduce themselves. Marina? I think you're on mute. Spotlight, okay.
Yeah, my name is Marina Janaki. Actually, I'm from Sri Lanka originally. At the moment, I'm living in Botswana. So it's so nice to see you all. And please join with us for this course, and you will not we will not disappoint you. Please, and one more thing, this is how I write my name in Sanskrit, Marina. Okay, Jai Gurudev, thank you.
All right, Priyan.
Hey, Namo Namaha Sarvabhyah. Hello, everyone. So yeah, my name is Priyan. I've been studying Sanskrit for 3 years, going on to 4 now. Also, apologies for not having my camera on. I have some technical difficulties. But yeah, we hope to see each and every one of you in the course. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a really great course. It sets out the groundwork to move quite far in Sanskrit. Looking forward to it.
All right. So I'm going to invite Dr. Anita, right, to present the class, right?
Shriani?
I believe she's
Okay.
not present in the
All right.
if Liata and Paresh come, I'll invite them later to speak.
Right. So
Okay,
thank you.
let me unspot
Spotlight.
Marina.
Yeah.
Yeah, remove spot. All right. Now you.
I've done it. It's fine.
Okay, good.
So, you know, without the team, we're a team. We're a team of 7 committed co-students. We just facilitate nothing. This is a small part of Sanskrit that will flow through us. Sanskrit is very large. We know very little, but what we do know is enough for you to be inspired, I believe. So you can see whatever background you come from, professionally, whether you're at home, you have a career, whatever religious outlook you have. Most of the people on our team of 7 are actually from a Christian outlook. So whatever background, whatever age, you know, we have people in their 70s. We even have an 81-year-old that has just enrolled today. No limitations, you'll be fine. So, and the most amazing thing, the team will work with you, even if it means one-on-one. So you really get ready for your next lesson with clarity. So just welcome to this world of, you know, mesmerizing verses and captivating alphabet. You will see that alone will capture your heart, and melodious chants. You know, we will go through the alphabet. I just want to inspire you. My job here today is to inspire you to take one step forward, learn something new. So the alphabet alone, you know, will verify how, wow, how scientific, how systematic, how logical the language has been structured, in which the language has been structured. You know, in a way, it mimics evolution of life on Earth. And we will chat about that in our lesson 1, actually, on starting this Saturday. And also, you know, Sanskrit has, the alphabet has like almost double the letters of English. And most of the letters, majority of the letters in Sanskrit, we call them soft sounds. You get hard sounds and soft sounds. And that's why there's a beautiful sweetness that comes. Soft sounds sound much more sweeter. And, you know, once you have this base of this alphabet, trust me, you can learn any other language very easily. So then we will also complement that with writing Sanskrit. And the writing, again, you will see almost a meditative experience. You know, when you write Sanskrit with full attention, you will come to appreciate the balance, the beauty, the proportion, the elegance of the letters. You know, if I give you a simple analogy, a lot of you can see just behind me, there's always a horizontal line. And you can take the analogy of that being the line of consciousness, the unmanifest consciousness. And from there descends and drops the line of creativity, Shakti, we say, energy. And from there we shape that into various letters, various manifestations. So even the writing reflects creation. It's so beautiful. And then we will move on to my favorite part. The cherry on the top is halfway through the course. We will start learning simple chants. Simple, you'll be able to read them, you'll be able to write them, sound them, and together we will learn to chant. So that for me reflects the power and magic of the sounds of Sanskrit. You know, When you chant, you would feel like almost like you're having an inner shower, and it will just help to soothe, any negative feelings of anxiety and you'll be filled with feelings of joy. The meaning is actually secondary. Just now, I will speak about how Sanskrit is actually a vibrational language. So that happens. And then also, for me, today how you get modern day affirmations, but they really target and they work at the mind level. Today I will think only positive and uplifting thoughts. Whereas in Sanskrit, what you do when you do a simple chant, you're always acknowledging the source, always acknowledging the higher self. You would say things like the great Gayatri mantra, and you would say, oh, I honor the supreme, adorable light, and may it inspire me towards noble. So you keep going back to your true reference. Whereas a normal affirmation that we're familiar with might just have, me and my mind. It makes the world so limited. And so Sanskrit opens it up so much. You will appreciate it when you're in the class. And then also, some of the chants, they almost form like a shield, like an armor around you, and you feel so protected, and you get transported into a safe and sacred space, very special space. And then most of these chants, you are acknowledging the various universal forces, the attributes of consciousness, and this way, you, by chanting it and through its vibrational power, you actually learn to harness those qualities within yourself so that you can move on, and grow in health, wealth, and wisdom. So that part for the chant. And I just want to highlight some of the benefits. I just want to see on the gallery view and squiz through that. Lots of new faces, lots of familiar faces, but I also see lots of young faces, lots of parents. And to you, I want to say that, kids learning these chants, rigorously memorizing these chants, there's been so much science behind how it enhances the mathematical ability, and also kids become super intelligent. And also, I see that parents, I want to say that there's been a lot of science research done. There was one particular one by Dr. James Hartzell, and he coined the phrase the Sanskrit effect. You might have heard of this. He studied 21 professionally qualified Sanskrit pundits, we call them. They are like priests, that recite verses upon verses. And when he did this research on them, and they took brain scans before and after, and they found, of a control group and these 21, and they found that the size of the brain region associated with memory was much larger. And also they found that cognitive function, how you perceive all your senses, and that was also enhanced. So there's so much science backing up this. And then also people out here that are fascinated by the world of computers, you will be absolutely fascinated. Perhaps not on this course, but in Sanskrit, the grammar is written across 4,000 rules, and it's all written in code form. And you know how when you decode something and suddenly there's like a light that's highlighting one aspect, just like that, when we decode perhaps a mantra or a shlok, a verse in Sanskrit, that's how you feel when you decode something and you think, oh, wow, you know, something lights up suddenly. So on that note, I want to share with you why Sanskrit, for me personally, perpetually fascinates me. Number one, for me, it's a culture. You know, for thousands of years, you know, all the Sanskrit literature has been bursting with qualities of peace, you know, welfare, cooperation, social connect, service. And that really highlights, you know, this one world family. We call it in Sanskrit, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Or in Africa, we say Ubuntu, I am because you are. So literally you pick up a verse from any script, you will see it will highlight the qualities. So for me, it's that, it's a culture. And secondly, it's the vibrational strength of this language. Language where how it was formed is fascinating. Thousands of years ago, when the yogis were sitting in meditation, and what unfolded for them was that this universe is made up of a giant set of vibrations. And what they discovered is that these vibrations had sound qualities. So they noted these vibrations, they experienced these vibrations as sound waves. So, for example, they were sitting in deep meditation, and for the word bird, they could have got the sound wave vibration ga. In Sanskrit, the ga has the vibration of movement, and ka has the vibration of sky. So kaga, the bird, is that consciousness that moves in the sky. Another simple example, a plant, one of its many names in Sanskrit is padapa. Pada means feet, pa means one that drinks. So the plant is that consciousness that drinks through its feet. So can you imagine that when you sound these words, you're recreating the vibration of the actual object or relationship or whatever, even with yourself. And so you come so close to the real experience itself. Sorry, Krina, I think there's someone that's unmuted. You could just check. Everyone, there's the echo. So yeah, so that is the one aspect. And then if you think about it, if you can connect at that level, at a vibration level, and quantum physics now scratching the surface of this, that everything is just, you know, interconnected, and we're in this energy web of vibration at the core of our existence. So then you realize, hey, everything has a vibration, quality, a value, a role. Wouldn't it make our actions towards that something more harmonious? Very powerful. So, you know, I hope that your key takeaway is that you're inspired in a small way, and you know, that together we can help to reclaim the glory of this most exceptionally sophisticated language, and also you know, appreciate a culture that valued everything with reverence, everything that it touched. And when we do some of the chanting, we will go through that and you'll see how everything is just worshipped in this creation. And so I can guarantee you that every session, and whenever I have a Sanskrit lesson, I also hop into many lessons. I always feel as if though I just had an energy boost. And my parting shot is, our founder for the Art of Living, Sri Ravi Shankarji, says that, Sanskrit, it resonates with the human nervous system. And so it is a tool to take us back home, back to our hearts. And I am so looking forward, together with our amazing team, to walk this journey together. Thank you for the opportunity. Namaste. I'm going to now hand over to Krina, who's going to, and Priyan, perhaps they will outline our structure for the 16th. Over
Thank
to
you, thank you, Anita. We'll come back to you with. I had one slide I want to share, so and you will briefly present this aspect you were talking about. How the sound resonates in the brain. How is pronounced in the in the in the mouth cavity, throat, etc.
Yes.
All right. So, Priyan, are we ready to initiate the slides for the to outline the class, right? I'm going to share this slide here. Let me know if you have a good view of the slides.
Right.
Okay. All right. So swagatam, that will be the first Sanskrit word you learn. Probably will greet you every day with swagatam, means welcome. And Priyan, so we'll do this. One slide you present and one I'll do. So go ahead, Priyan.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so we've been through this already. Just a quick overview of our team members. So obviously our key anchor is Anita Masi. And then we have Marina, we have myself, we have Liata, Krina, Paresh, and Shriyani Mala. And each of us have some sort of a designated function, but we're also all over the place at the same time. But yeah, we'll get more into who does what during the course. But yeah, just so that you're familiar with who's who in the zoo.
All right. So so our focus will be mainly on starting obviously with the alphabet, and we'll learn you will be given obviously material resources you'll have that handy with you, or we'll share it on screen, so no worries about that. We will sound, write, read, and I'll teach you the so-called transliteration, which is what is putting the Sanskrit, so the Devanagari script into Latin script. That is very helpful for those who are not so familiar with, Hindi languages, Indian languages. For me, it was extremely handy, just not to feel overwhelmed, by such a big shift between the scripts. And then Dr. Anita will guide us through chanting. So we'll start very gradually with a simple shloka, and we'll just probably start with, I'm not sure if this is the one we'll start with, but we'll start to pronounce correctly, sound it, and and translate. So understand the meaning. Priyan?
And then just a quick overview of the course outline. So we're going to have 16 lessons, which are 75 minutes each. After each class, we'll have a 15 minutes optional sort of question and answer session, where you can come back with questions from either the previous week's work or this week's work, just to get some clarity, and that you can go forward into the homework and come back to the next class having understood everything. And yeah, like the slide says, the homework support team will be available for that time after class. And then in addition to that, we'll also have the support team there throughout the week as well. So if you don't have a question on the day, but something pops up, let's say on the Wednesday after, you're more than welcome to post it to us.
All right. So we will obviously count on your personal study. We will give some practice homework, and we will encourage everyone to submit via email, or And we will create also a separate WhatsApp group. We'll call it probably homework or help. Yeah, so there will be 2 platforms where you can submit your homework. You will have obviously a week. And we will also recommend maybe you spend 20 minutes per day looking at what we taught, or simply, hearing a chant. No matter what, just be in touch with Sanskrit for 20 minutes a day. That would be ideal.
Maybe you want to invite our champion homework person, Marina.
Yes, yeah, Marina, and I will share the slide with the homework. So I'll come back to Marina as well. Are you there, Marina?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the beginning, Marina is your main anchor in communication for registration and homework. Shriyani also, she will assist, but if you'd like Marina to say a few words, I'll come back to you as well with another slide. Yeah, feel free to add the how homework will be, how we'll deal with homework, apart from, after students submit on email, how will the communication occur?
Yeah. On that, I just want to add something. You will get a welcome letter. Most of you might have got that already. And in there are 2 attachments. It must not be stressful. If you can't print them, it's fine. You just must have pen and paper. I have recommended some type of pen. You get disposable calligraphy pens. They're easily accessible, from most stationery shops. And I've also recommended a set of books called Sanskrit is Fun. If you're in South Africa, we can get them couriered to you anywhere. If you're not in South Africa, we have participants from Bangladesh or Croatia, Netherlands. Then what you have to do is get it via Amazon. It's an optional value add. It's really when our team learned Sanskrit, they use those books. They're books for children, but they make Sanskrit learning very much light and fun. So if you can get those books, highly recommended. And then print the 2 attachments that will come with your welcome letter, because they have nice where you can trace the alphabet into fixed lines. It's good for practice. So yeah, thank you, Krina. And
Yes.
so Paresh, Riani, and Marina will basically head up the homework team. Maybe you want to share images of what they just submit their homework, on WhatsApp even, It's nice to submit so then it can be corrected and it keeps you inspired as well.
Right. Yeah, we'll have slides coming. All right. So Priyan, I guess we can move maybe quicker. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we covered everything on this slide, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, good to go. Let's see. All right. So here, you can I outline we'll have 3 phases. I think it's super clear. We'll start with the alphabet, learn vowels, consonants, and then move to more complex, consonants combined with vowels, etc. I'll teach you transliteration. And basically by the end of the 16-week course, we expect that you will be able to write simple sentences. Obviously, you'll refer to, to the alphabet, have handy with you the material. Don't, you always refer to material that you have in order to feel confident. We still do it. Yeah, so 16 weeks starting this Saturday. Right. And here, I'm just, I include this slide to see the beauty of the alphabet. Here you see the Devanagari characters. Then next to, for example, next to there is the transliterated, the script in Latin. And also below, we'll put a word in English for you to, to support in pronunciation. All right. And Priyan? So I think here,
so points again we've touched on already. Right. Yeah, I think Anita wants to cover these in chat and the other slide. So I think we're good,
Good. All right. So you already have the contact. I dropped it in the, I mean, everywhere in the WhatsApp group, here in our mess and chat. All right. Now, hold on the questions because I want to run the other slide quickly. So show you some homework done by some of us. And give me 1 second. Okay. Let me know if you see it. Okay, again, the beautiful alphabet. And we will literally teach you how to, initiate the sound in these 5 places, right? Okay. Here, Anita, I wish I could have shared this while you're explaining the vibration, if you want to take over for a moment.
Yeah, you know what? This sound is causal in creation. So by sounding even these vowel sounds, there's 16 vowel sounds, you create frequencies that affect different parts of your being that literally light up. For me, just sounding the alphabet does so much because I'll show you a chart when we start. The whole alphabet in Sanskrit is mapped out on the human body. Every letter, every consonant, every vowel has a place in the human body. And I'm sure it has the potential to heal, awaken, transform, activate that part of the body. So here you can see, sound is very healing. So let's see for ourselves. Let's experiment and see what happens. Thank you, Krina.
All right, so few slides on homework. Marina, if you'd like to take over and just briefly kind of point to each image, quickly.
Yes, so for the registered participants, we have already shared the homework pack. So you can see just like this, okay? So if you have a digital pen, you can use that, or if you don't have, don't worry. You can either take a printout and write with the pen or pencil, or if you can't afford to take a printout, it's difficult, don't worry. Just write it, looking at the things, it's okay, okay? So the first thing is somehow you have to do the homework. Learn to write these letters. That is the most important thing, okay? And please share with us. Then we can correct if there are any mistakes or any problem. So and the other most important thing is, if you miss a lesson, we will provide you with the recordings. Please go through it before the next lesson. Otherwise, you will miss maybe 2 lessons because you can't go ahead without the knowledge of the previous lesson. So please do your homework. It's very important. Just take maybe 10-15 minutes per day instead of doing it half an hour per one day. Just spare 10 minutes per day with Sanskrit if you want to improve, if you want to learn quickly. So that's the thing. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so now I wanted to share these 2 slides from our colleague and Paresh. Look at the beauty of this slide. I mean, initially I thought it's like a stone, written in stone. It seems so authentic. I don't know. It's so beautiful. It's like a sadhana. You'll see next slide as well. Look at this. How beautiful. I mean, I can tell he's just, enjoying, this perfection in writing. Yeah, he is Paresh. And actually, he's an architect. I'm architect myself, so I sense the, the rigor and, enjoyment of perfection. All right, so I guess that was our last slide. Let me think if we have, oh yeah, Dr. Anita, how do we close, with a chant or, and of course, after that, questions?
Yes, we can all just come to rest and close our eyes. And let's just feel grateful to the lineage of saints and sages that have been there before us, that are here now, and that are yet to come. Just become aware of the weight of your body on your chair. And the breath comes in naturally. And now become aware of space, infinite space, inner space, outer space. And the space is filled with the vibrations of cosmic intelligence. And this intelligence only wants us to grow and to give and to love and to learn. So feeling grateful for this opportunity, let's sink into this beautiful gratitude offering. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Pushpanjalim Samarpayami, Shri Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namah. With a tinge of reverence, we may gently crack open our beautiful eyes. Thank you everyone for being here. And if you have any questions or queries, we're going to stay behind for 10 minutes to answer those questions. Or for the rest of you, you're welcome to enjoy the rest of your evening.